And one of my biggest motivations right now is understanding my unconscious behaviors. Do I do what I do for the reasons I tell myself? Am I who I believe myself to be and portray myself to be? Uh, so I'm really trying to understand myself. Here's the room I'm working with right now. Any psychology books? This is the psychology book I'm reading right now. I have like a list of books that I want to read, like the old school psychology guys. I think a lot more people should grow their hair out than what is currently being done. Who I'm trying to understand people's identities. I've Most of the issues I've had with people recently is people arguing out of identification purposes. They're arguing with me in order to protect their identity. It's like they feel like if they don't argue with me, then their identity is threatened. Like I make a video and then they have to say some mean shit to me or they have to like tell me I'm wrong. And the reason they're doing it is because if they don't, their identity is like fragile and built on like an artificial foundation. Like most people identify with things that are outside themselves. So when you talk about the things that they identify with, they take it personally because they believe that that's who they are. And I really want to articulate all these feelings I have, but one of the biggest issues in people in general, one of the biggest things that can hold you back as a person is identifying with things. Like I don't identify with anything other than primal. Well, to my knowledge at least. Like identify long hair, identify as being spiritual, blah blah blah, but I just get frustrated because it really feels like it's me against the world. Because a lot of what I believe, a lot of what I believe almost nobody else believes, so it's nothing but a battle with people to try to convince people, to try to help people, to try to allow people to understand. And there, like I said recently, a moment ago, recently I had some powerful realizations, but I haven't been able to put it into words yet. And so I'm reading these psychology books because I want to understand these people better, so I can communicate with them better. And I'm trying really hard to be aware of my ego and to be humble. And like when I believe what I believe that I do what I do because I want to help people. I believe that I do what I do because seeing people grow makes me feel better. But I'm trying to understand if that's honest or not. Do I want to help people as much as I think I do, or am I more self-serving than I realize? And so that's what I'm trying to understand. And so like I want to tell people the truth about who I am. I tell people what I think I am. I tell people I why I think I do what I do, but I want to make sure I'm actually being honest. And so I do take a lot of pride in myself, but at the same time, the things I pride myself over, I try to be very careful with that because when I start to see myself as too unique, I try to see that I might be wrong about the things I believe I'm unique about. And then I also try to see that other people might understand the same things I understand. But I want to understand the secrets of the world. I want to understand what nobody else understands. And I want to remain humble throughout the process. And I believe that I know things that nobody else knows. I believe that I see the world in a way that almost nobody else sees the world. And I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not deluding myself. And I'm also trying to make sure that I don't begin to like feel superior to others because I want to remain humble. And I'm like, do I think that I see things differently than others, but I'm just being delusional? Or am I actually seeing things differently than others? And so I'm trying to really, really understand myself and how I am and why, etc. for everything. And even like me sharing this right now on the camera, I'm like, oh, am I just sharing this because I'm performing for my audience? Am I trying to look like a saint for my audience? Am I trying to look like I'm smart in front of my audience? And it's like, as I share all this with you, I'm like, should I be sharing this? Because am I just being egotistical am I being arrogant? Am I being blah, blah, blah? I'm like, am I pretending to want to be humble? I'm telling you that I want to be humble, but is me portraying myself as the humble person just another act of my ego? Do I just want you to think that I'm being humble? You know, like, do I actually want to be humble? You know what I mean? Do I want you to think that I want to help people? Am I just convincing myself that I want to help people, but I don't? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And so when I've changed people's lives and they credit me to changing their life, that is extremely exciting to me. It's very fulfilling. And I'm like, okay, am I happy because somebody's life got better? Or am I happy because I'm the one that helped them? I'm pretty sure it's because I'm the one that helped them. So it's kind of like ego inflating, self-serving, um, and that isn't necessarily a bad thing. People have called me selfish my entire life, like, oh, you only want to help people because it makes you feel good? You only want to help people because it helps you? You're doing it for the wrong reasons. And with the psychology book I'm reading, it explains that everybody's selfish and people only pretend to not be selfish. And I'm like, the people who say that I'm being selfish, are they just as selfish as I am, but they're not willing to admit it? I've always been like, you know how autistic people are just kind of straightforward, like they'll say things other people won't. I've kind of been like that most of my life. Um, and so it's like maybe I'm just being, I'm not following these unspoken rules. And that's why, I don't know, like this I'm probably going to write a summary for this book I'm reading. But it basically explains that um, there are certain things that people don't want to talk about, and if you start talking about it, they're gonna like almost like gaslight you for even bringing it up. And so you know, it's all about the spiritual development. What even is spiritual development? It's dissolving the illusion of reality that takes you away from seeing God as all that is. And what does that even mean? Through the process of spiritual development, you develop peace and compassion and understanding. Man, it's so difficult to explain because I might say these words to you guys, but when you guys hear me talk, you might just think it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. And I'm like, I try to share these insights I have, but a lot of the time it doesn't click for people. And I'm like, man, should I just stop talking? Sometimes I feel like I don't want to make social media content anymore. I don't want to talk to people because I don't know enough. There's people who I can't help. There's people who have questions I can't answer. So sometimes I'm like, if I don't know everything, I might as well do nothing. But then I remind myself that even if I don't know everything, I can still provide um, my perspective to people, and there's value in that. So I'm not giving up on social media, quitting, trying to help people, even though I don't know everything, because I know that I still know more than a lot of people, and even though it's not everything, it's I know enough to be able to make a difference. And so right now I'm in a phase of my life where I just want knowledge. I want understanding. I'm Whenever someone asks me a question that I can't answer, I get frustrated and I want to know everything. I want to know everything. And sometimes knowing everything doesn't only come with studying, it comes with being intuitive. If you're if you're a perfectly clear psychic, you can answer any question in the world through your psychic abilities. And so meditation and developing meditation and developing your psychic abilities, or meditating and developing my psychic abilities, is one of my primary goals right now. And so Dakota, it's okay. And so one of I've had some very significant developments lately, and part of what it has been is my ability to predict. The ability to predict is the ability to answer questions. And it's not with your mind, it's with your psychic ability, your intuitive ability. And so I want to develop my ability to predict to where I can answer anything. It's like when someone comes to you with a question, they are coming to you with energy. And then if I have perfect clarity, I can reflect the energy back at them and help them see it clearly and help them find the answer for themselves. Or I might, as soon as they ask a question, I might have some random image pop in my mind, which would in fact be the answer to their question. And so all I have to do is share what pops up in my mind. They ask me a question, words appear in my mind, and I just say the words that appear in my mind. I don't know why that's the answer. I don't know why I had this image, and I just share it with them. And so being able to know everything in the world comes with, to do that, you have to develop the clarity inside of yourself to become the mirror to, it's predicting. Predicting might not be the best word, but it's predicting. That's just what I'm calling it. And so I'm driven by development. I want to grow. A lot of people, okay, well, here I am. Am I identifying as a person who wants to grow? Am I identifying as a person who wants to develop? Like, oh, I'm better than these people because I want to develop more than they want to develop. You know, it's like more ego stuff. And so it's like part of my pride is in my willingness to let go, my willingness to admit my faults. Could it be performative? I don't know. Do I want to learn because I want to be better than people? Maybe. So just understand why I do what I do. And so, like, I've recently been thinking a lot about, like, here's the thoughts that go in my mind. Damn, I care about the truth more than most people. Why don't they care? Why don't they wake up every day and pursue self-realization? Why don't they want to study and learn every day? Why do they just want to do BS all day? Why do they only want to protect and validate their current identity and their current beliefs rather than growing? And I'm like, maybe they do care more than I realize. Maybe people are growing more than I realize. Maybe I'm not unique in this. And obviously, of course, I know a lot of people don't actually care. Um, but you know, just like how much of this of how much of these patterns of mine are ego? How much of them are sincere? And so it's like, do I want to learn because I want to learn, or do I want to learn just because I want to be better than other people? Which isn't the right way of going about things. But I want to be my best. Why? Because I want to live the best life. Why? Because I want to avoid suffering and experience pleasure. Obviously. Um, and so do I actually want to learn, or am I just performing as the person who identifies with someone who cares about learning? That's largely what I'm going through right now. And identity. That's the topic right now. Identifications. Arguing with people about their identities and me trying to understand the own ways in which I live off of inauthentic identification. The only true way to identify is with God. And I'm not talking about being Christian, I'm talking about the cosmic, universal, non-dual consciousness of reality. The feeling I have, I feel it in my chest, I feel it in my being. I want to grow. I want to realize. The most exciting thing to me is when I realize something. Like I said in my videos recently, I chase realization. I want those moments where like it's like, oh my God, wow. When I see something that I previously did not see. When I understand something in a way I previously didn't understand. That's what gets me excited. Why does it get me excited? Because I'm seeing something that other people don't? because I know that by me seeing this, I can share it, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's so smart. He knows things that other people don't." And then I'm gonna get attention and money and girls. Is that part of it? Absolutely. But at the same time, it's like, to what degree am I actually authentic? To what degree am I actually honest? And then there's also like I just had the thought, like, am I sharing too much? You know, um, like what I was about to say could easily be prideful, arrogant, ego, blah blah blah. But all I'm doing is sharing what I think and what I feel, and I'm just trying to understand. So like, what that thought is that like, am I actually different from other people? I feel like I'm different than other people. I feel like I'm better than a lot of people. But is that even true? Am I actually better than other people? Am I actually unique? Or am I just like everybody else with a slightly different costume on? Am I just wearing a different mask? Oh, I eat raw meat and I'm spiritual. But underneath that mask, am I just the same as everybody else? Probably. Am I smarter than other people? I'm not going to answer that. Maybe, maybe not. Um, Here's the thing. It might appear that I'm smarter than other people, but I might have equal intelligence to other people. It's just that I might just be less attached to other people. Some people don't learn because they don't let go of their old ideas. I have for a long time like questioned everything and sought out what I'm wrong about, and I'm like, does everybody have equal intelligence and they just apply themselves in different ways? I don't know. I don't know. I have beliefs about myself which leads to me leads to me believing I have a responsibility to other people, and again, I'm like, okay, am I oversharing? Am I sharing too much? Why? What does oversharing mean? How could one share too much? Okay, let's dive on this topic. Okay, let's assume I am sharing too much with you right now. Why would that be the case? Because I could look a certain way. Am I just looking how I am? I'm sharing with you how I am, like, oh, I don't want to look bad. But if I'm showing you, if me showing who I am makes me look bad, does that mean not sharing who I am makes me not bad? Or does it allow you to have your own illusion of who you think I am? And is it better to uphold these illusions? Sometimes it's better to maybe like ease people into things, because once you develop rapport and respect with them, then they'll listen to you. But at the same time, it's like, I'm about to go through an astrological transit where I have to be humble. That's why this is my primary focus right now. This is a rare transit that doesn't happen often. And it's like really, really big on being humble. And so I'm like, okay, well, does that mean I should not overshare? Because, okay, guys, quick astrology lesson. Are you guys ready? Okay, let me see who's watching really quick. Okay, quick astrology lesson. Sun is the light. The sun shines. The sun is the ego. It is like the identity. That's why I'm going through these themes right now. K2 is the planet of detachment. K2 is a shadow planet. It moves around the horoscope every 18 years. So it's going over my sun right now. Only happens once every 18 years. And my sun is in Leo. So it creates a certain effect where it's more prominent. And so K2 is detachment. So I was told, be humble. Do not show your ego. Do not be arrogant. Do not be prideful. Be humble. And I'm like, okay, does that also mean don't shine my light? Am I being arrogant right now? Am I being uh egotistical, etc., by sharing what I'm feeling? I'm not saying I'm better than other people. I'm just sharing that it's something that I meditate on and try to understand. Am I actually better? Or am I just deluding myself? And so the question is like, is this something I should share or not share? You know what I mean? Like, what benefit do I get in telling you guys this? Oh, I'm identifying with being super honest. Oh, look at me. I'm so honest. I identify as an honest person who's willing to share anything about themselves. Like, look, it's just another ego trap. It's like, am I just sharing with you guys right now because I want you to see me as more humble than other people? That's still ego. It's still ego. You know what I mean? So it's like, why am I sharing this with you right now? Well, first off, I was bored and I enjoy talking and I haven't been in the mood to talk for a few days. So I'm just talking to entertain myself. Now, what's the actual motivation? Other than that, I don't know. Gain your respect. So you listen to me. Is that bad? I don't know. Where did I learn this? KRS astrology. And so it's like, yeah, like these are the things I think about every day. These are the questions that I'm working through and trying to understand in my life right now. Why do I do what I do? These are the questions I ask myself, and these are the questions that I recommend you also ask yourself. So it's like the question is like, am I doing this just to perform? Am I doing this because I want to be seen as the honest person, which is just another? Do I want to be seen as the humble person, which is just ego in disguise? It's possible, but also I'm sharing this with you because I want you to ask the same questions. But at the same time, is that the truth? Do I want you to ask these questions so that you grow? Or I just want people to listen to something that I said so I feel good about myself because I was the one who helped you? Oh, does it matter because we're all God anyway? Is it possible to be selfish if we're all God anyway? Right? Because I'm just helping myself? That's what. So, so yeah, like I might say I'm sharing this with you because I want you to grow and I want you to ask these questions because it's going to help you. But is that the truth? Is that actually why? Do I actually want you to be helped? I want status. I want prestige. I want to be respected. How do I get that? By adding value to people's lives. Do I want to add value to people's lives? Or do I want the respect that results from that? Now, let's say I had all the respect and prestige in the world. What would I do? I would I would start charity organizations to help people. Um, I would make a lot of money and then give it all back to people through charity services. Not I wouldn't give people money, but I'd provide them housing and food for the primal diet, and I would teach skills and develop. Why would I do this? So that I have a better reincarnation for the next life. Hey, I'm just helping myself anyway. If I help 10 million people, then maybe when I reincarnate in the next life, I'll be born into one of the families I helped, right? Oh, so it's still selfish anyway, right? Um, so it's like, yeah, like I might want to make money and have status so I can help people, but it's just so I can help myself, right? If I have status, here's another thing. Here's another reason why what I'm doing might be selfish. If I have enough status and respect and money, then I can put myself in an environment where I can do what I want to do. What do I want to do? I want to meditate, drum, and do all the creative and artistic stuff and exercise and the perfect diet with a group of a bunch of my best friends every day. So I'm still doing it for myself. I'm not, if I create this community and I never met any of the people, would I still like to do that? Probably not. I want to do it so I can be in the community. So I'm creating the community to help myself. Is that true? Do I want to do it because I want to help people or just want to help myself? Right? These are like I said, the questions that I ask myself. And so this book really helps you understand like your brain will create answers to questions that aren't true without you realizing it. I'm like, why do I do this? My brain's like, because of this. I'm like, wait, is that true? Like there's literally a part of your brain that's designed to like create answers, whether they're true or not. And this book talks about it. And so I think that just about covered it. Let me see if I can get any more juice flowing really quick. Yeah, like reading this book helped because like I 3 minutes ago I said why I wanted to do something, but then because of that book, I'm like, oh wait, no, it goes deeper than that. Every time you have an answer to a question, ask the question again and go deeper. or when you have an answer to the question, ask yourself, why is that the answer? And then when you get the why to the question, go deeper again. And just keep questioning, keep questioning, keep questioning. Every time you get an answer, go deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, that's really how I was reading a comment, sorry. Croasis says, great seeing you, Scott. Have a good bath. Everyone wants status. Everyone is selfish. Some are just more honest than others. So is that okay? So is everybody equally selfish? Some people only are honest about it, and some people are not honest about it. Because the people who want to help people, are they just helping people because they want to feel good about themselves? But here's the thing: empathy. If you're very empathetic, and someone feels bad and you feel bad, and if they feel good, you feel good. Helping them helps you feel good, right? It doesn't mean we're fucked up creatures and all this stuff, but um, it's just something to think about. Like, what makes someone a good person? When you have a genuine, sincere, positive feeling with other people. Like, you're not trying to hurt them so you feel good about yourself. You're not attacking them so you feel more confident in your opinion. It's like someone might try to be mean and make me question myself so that they don't have to think about their own selves. I might give a really good thing to think about and someone will call me crazy or call me an idiot and not even think about what I said, because if they think about what I said, it means they have to think about themselves. So they're just going to talk about me instead of what I say. And so what was I saying? Um, I need nutrients. I need food to think more. I'm sober right now, by the way. I'm high off that high meat. Actually, I do feel a little high off the high meat. But what was I saying? Can't get high eating it raw. Scientifically impossible. This is another thing that I've been dealing with lately. People who are ignorant as fuck. People will tell me it's impossible to get high off of raw weed. It's scientifically impossible. I'm like, there's never been a scientific study ever talking about people chewing raw marijuana. People have ate it raw on studies, but they didn't chew it for 10 minutes. And they didn't have any variables controlling how long the marijuana was cured. So you can't tell me it's scientifically impossible because there's been no science on it. Like, I get stoned as fuck. It's not placebo. So, ugh. Okay. I need to get in the bath. Go girl. Go girl Dakota. Go girl Dakota. My bath has well water, so I don't have to put anything in it. Oh, good girl. I eat the high meat almost every day.